There was a time where individuals decided that they were going to take something that didn't belong to them, that they were going to try to sneak what God had given to individuals for themselves and get away with it, that they were going to try to finagle, that they were going to be sly, that they were going to group up in numbers and come against me because of all of my wisdom and all of my conversations with the Lord. It was in that time that God taught individuals, don't walk down the same footprints as those individuals who lie in wait to rob people for the things that they've earned and the things that they've learned. For the same measures in which they're trying to place on others will be placed on them. I proved this. There was a time where all of the laws that regard how the word works, how the earth was formed, what governs civilization in every civilization to come was given to me. And I stipulated that to all of the people, and I told them what you will be rewarded with, what you will be rewarded for, what you will be punished for, what you will be chastised for. That time happened. Everything that happened that was, everything that happened that is, and everything that happened that will be is still happening. There was a time where I stipulated that no matter what somebody says and no matter how powerful that person is, they are not more powerful than the Most High God. No matter how many gods that form after, there shall be no God before my Lord. And I proved it. I stipulated that there is no God on the face of earth more powerful than my God. I stipulated in time that every knee shall bow and every tongue shall confess that Jesus Christ is Lord. That really happened. There's other things that has happened in my bloodline, and I'm not making this up. This is facts. I've seen people. I've seen a foreigner. I've looked at all of the over 300 countries, sovereign and unsovereign. I've seen beauty. I stipulated that I wanted to partake in that.
I would just walk it through the...
I indulged in time. It didn't take away from my statue. It didn't mean that I wasn't the chosen of God. It didn't mean that the Lord wasn't with me. I was vanished. I left. I still was great. I still had great accomplishments. The Lord still loved me. I went against great individuals and still conquered them. Maybe it was my motivation. Maybe it was my inspiration. I don't know. But that happened. I come from that bloodline. There was individuals in time where I just sung my way through all my battles. I just let them know the victory is mine. I told them with my words and my actions as I sung around the entire population from coast to coast that the victory was mine and was rewarded afterwards when the victory was mine. That happened. I've had a whole bunch of times in my life, I can tell you, that I've gotten up several times, more than what we remember today. I've gotten up a lot of times, many times, from many situations. I come from a bloodline of individuals who have birthed this nation. Literally. Other things have happened in my family, I can tell you. I tell you. There was individuals that was jealous of me, okay? They watched TV, they watched the news, they read all the magazines, okay? Read all the newspapers, watched all of the movies, went to all of the schools, had all of the entertainers of that world come to them and tell them that I was coming. Told them, this person's gonna be great. He's gonna overshadow you. He's gonna be greater than you. Everybody that's along his path, every one of the people that he's listened to as advisors, every one of the people he's watched on TV, have read about in magazines, have watched in movies, have went to learn from in his school is far more greater than your education. He's gonna be the king. He's gonna rule. There's been times where I was amongst great kings who ruled. God would only speak to the kings through the people, regardless if they was good or not. That was the king. God established that. There was times where I stipulated, regardless if you're the king, I'm with God. I'm gonna listen to God. I'm not gonna listen to the king. I stipulated territory and jurisdiction back then. I stipulated what's right from what's wrong back then. I stipulated individuals amongst the collectives back then. I stipulated excellence from sovereignty back then. I stipulated ignorance from innocence back then. I stipulated to kid nobody touch me back then. Nobody.